我现在呢是在阿根廷首都布宜诺斯艾利斯，在我身后的这一家
on
呢
a
是一家
hairstyle of football players. I'm at Buenos Aires, and I'm at outside a rustic haircut store. So it represents a very open and warm style of the local people, and I believe their hairstyle they produce is very open and warm. As you know, this style is very popular among the football players of Latin America.
国家队在和法国队的这场比赛之前呢，像梅西伊瓜因、迪巴拉这些球星都是集体的进行了一个剪发的这么一个活动。那今天呢，我们就要带大家去到这个理发店里面来看一下，来认识一下这家理发店的老板，来认识像他呢。
So today we will take a look inside the haircut store and we'll talk to the boss, the hairdresser, and listen to his stories of him between him and the football players, and how he do haircuts for them.
这个呢就是我们这边的这个发型师叫拉米罗先生。
Well, here he is. He is the hairdresser here. He's saying hello to the online viewers. So the hairdresser, whose name is Lamiro, will share his stories and interactions with the football players. Well, actually, his store has an official website which publishes his photos with the football players who have been done haircuts in his store. Well, that is Messi. That is a picture taken in 2008. I'm sorry, it's 2009. In the pre-selection, before the pre-selection, he came to me for a haircut.
Sí. 这个就是我们大家都知道，梅西有一个变化的过程，就是他突然有一年是从长发变成了短发。那这个短发就是出自我们
As everyone knows, Messi used to have long hair, but suddenly he changed to short hair. So that is the masterpiece of Mr. Lamiro. He did the haircut for Messi. So since then, whether in Argentina or in Barcelona, Messi always wear that short hair. And who is that guy? You can see the slogan Alpha of the Argentina Football Club. So the hairdresser went to join the football team to do the haircut for all the team members. And they took a match with Nigeria.
当然他们有一个小故事，就是他非常感谢奥塔门迪和也推荐给他的这些朋友，所以他当时呢表示说不收费，不收取任何的费用。然后
And he actually showed great gratitude for Tao Mendy. And the player gave him a suit, a sports suit, in return for his haircut.
2005, con un representante de jugadores que en ese momento representaba. No, a través de un amigo que ya le cortaba hace 3-4 años, amigo de este representante, vino, anda cortate con Ramiro, que es un fenómeno, es una muy buena persona, cortate el pelo con él que te va a gustar. Vino, era representante de jugadores que en ese momento eran estrellas, Omar Ferreira y un par de jugadores más, que bueno, empecé a cortar él y él me hizo entrar a San Lorenzo de Almagro, primer club que entré a cortar el pelo, y corté toda la campaña de cuando era técnico Ramón Díaz, que salió campeón en el año 2007. Ese fue mi primer torneo, campeonato que fui al Pandé de San Lorenzo.
他呢大概是在06年这个时候，经过他的一个客户的介绍，他这个客户呢是很多这个
In 2005 or 2006, under the help of a customer or a client, many football players came to him. So he did hairstyles for the players in one of the clubs, and many players and the club got the champion.
Uno fue Independiente, otro fue Racing, y así fui entrando a distintos clubes que en ese momento, aparte de ahí, ya hacía 4, 5, 6, 7 clubes en simultáneo, a la vez, y tuve que pedirle ayuda a mi hermano.
那当然之后呢，就是圣洛伦索，我们都知道足球这种足坛的转会非常的频繁，尤其在现在。那圣洛伦索俱乐部的一些球员
And since then,
这个俱乐部，那他呢也就跟着这些球员去了其他
the San Lorenzo club,
来理发。那我们现在呢是
you know, it's one of the most famous one in the world. So many players follow suit. So now we're in the Parlor district of the locality. So that place is number 113 of the Nicaragua street. So if you're interested, you can come to Ramiro for a haircut.
17 años, 16 años, que hoy son hombres, están casados y juegan en primera. Es lindo conocerlos de chicos y verlos crecer antes de que firmen el primer contrato. Eso es lindo para contar.
对，然后他做这种职业的有一个特别好的经历，就是说他可以看到一些球星从零开始，一步一步成长起来。那从17岁在青年队。
One thing good about being a stylist is that he can watch a football player grow up from very young age to until he grew mature, and how he played the football games from the very first one to his prime time.
Suplente y le corté en su primer concentración en Boca, le corté el pelo.
比如这一位啊，这个照片稍微有一点点就是灯光不是很好，那大家应该可以看到这个就是帕文，就是这一次的这个。
Sorry, this picture is quite blurred due to light. You may not see so clearly.
媒体也是非常期待的这么一个正在博卡踢球的这个新星。
But it's a very popular picture among the fans and the media.
就是他去帮他理发的。
Well, this is the first time for this player to have a haircut before he joined one of the most famous games, to play in the front games.
Bueno, hace 10 años el jugador se cortaba cada 15 días. Yo iba a concentraciones cada 15 días. Por ejemplo, un domingo iba a Boca, el otro domingo iba a San Lorenzo, otro domingo iba a Independiente. Por ahí un día se cruzaban los dos equipos. y ahora se cortan una vez por semana, antes de cada partido. Contesto tu pregunta, el jugador y no jugador, cualquier persona le gusta estar siempre bien. Y más que está en la televisión, tiene que estar bien estéticamente, por eso lo hacen también。
我刚才问他一个问题，就是好像有一种传统，就是比如说在一些大赛或者重要的比赛之前呢
I asked him a question.
选择先去做一个发型，先去理一个发。
According to traditions, in many senior games, before these games, the football players will try to get a haircut. He recorded that in 2006, the players got a haircut every 2.5 months, but now the time frame reduces to only 1 week or 2 weeks. Because the game is for all the people to see, they want to show their best to the viewers, not only to the football fans, but also to other customers. So the playing football players want to keep in such a state. Of course, before making an advertisement, you need a haircut. So for this World Cup, we have seen a lot of interesting topics. You know, not everyone is a fan of football. But even you are not a fan of football, you can see some matches and watch something else about football, for example, hairstyle. So today I will try to see what kind of hairstyles we can offer. And dear viewers, you can also try to select one of your most surprising one or most interesting one. Well, the first hairstyle, let's check Neymar's hairstyle. Actually, this is quite different from what he shows in the World Cup. Well, this hairstyle is quite popular among the fans, and many fans even mocked at his hairstyle because they think it's funny. So he dyed his hair into black during the World Cup.
No dice nada. Por lo menos esa foto no dice nada. No dice falta cómo lo peinó ahí. Por ahí si lo peina de otra manera queda mejor. Pero no me gusta el tono naranja. Ese es un tono naranja que no logró una buena decoloración. Entonces el tono no es bueno.
Pero sorprendió mucho a la gente con este look cuando él salió, ¿no?
Por eso aprendió lo natural. Sorprendió lo natural de que no estuvo tan bien elaborado.
他觉得这个发型很奇怪，但是可能并不是那么的适合内马尔，所以也许可能后来。
Well, he thinks this style is very bizarre, maybe not suitable for Neymar, and that's why Neymar changed for another hairstyle. Another one is for Messi. He and his team player cut his hair short to demonstrate his will to fight for the game, but unfortunately he failed. But this picture impressed the audience very much.
Conozco bien la historia de este muchacho, fue a cortarle el pelo a la selección y conversación con mi hijo, entre colegas, llegué a la conclusión de que a él le pasó lo que me ha pasado a mí muchas veces, no disponer de mucho tiempo para cortar el pelo. Si a eso le sumamos que cortarle el pelo a Messi te da un nervio de saber que lo miran todos el corte de pelo, eso le sumó como para que él esté nervioso en cortarlo. O sea, hizo cortes buenos y también hizo cortes no muy buenos. No lo pudo hacer perfecto por el tiempo que por ahí dispone cada jugador o el tiempo que le dio el permiso Sampaoli o
Sí, entiendo
Pero
esa
en
parte.
líneas generales, él es buen
Está
peluquero.
bien, sí。
está muy bien。
他说呢，他认识这位这个发型师啊，这一位发型师呢是一个秘鲁的发型师。那他可能说，也许这个人是随秘鲁队。
He actually knows this stylist.
然后呢，他临时被梅西等人。
He was following the Peru team to do the haircut, and he was summoned by Messi to do the haircut for him. Because that was very short time, and he didn't expect so many players coming to him. So the haircut he did for these players were not perfect. So that's because of time pressure.
当然我们之前忘了说哈，就是那个拉米罗呢是一个特别就是不是很喜欢这种特别嘻哈的发型，他不是很喜欢这种在这边绞一道沟啊，或者是做一个记号这样的发型。所以
Well, actually, Mr. Lamiro is not such a fan of the hee-ha style. The hip-hop style, he's not such a fan of it.
我刚刚也是有网友问我们说，这个店长曾经有给多少个这个阿根廷的球星做过发型？他刚才数了一下，大概可能是有500多个。
And just now the viewers asked how many players he has done haircuts for. Actually, it's around 500.
就是可能就是每一个队都会有一些球员，那也有一些球员在海外，他们回来度假的时候也会来叫他去家里。
There are always some players from almost every team that come to Mr. Lamiro for haircuts.
然后呢，就是他觉得这些球星对他的非常的好呢，有些球星就是很好的帮助他，比如说会给他
And he thinks that many players were nice to him and even helped him and treat him very nice meals and invited him for parties or trips. And the players' families or kids even ask Lamiro to do haircuts for them. So the Hernandez from Mexico and other players have very golden hairstyle. Unfortunately, this haircut did not help them make it to the champion. So we had a question, why did they make their hair gold?
Se pintan de rojo, sí, siempre son promesas de que lo hacen los jugadores.
这个呢，他觉得这种染发肯定是一个就是大家的一个赌注，就是说，比如说我们小组出现了，我们就把头发都弄成一个什么样的颜色。这个我们稍后。
Well, he thinks by making their head gold, it's like a betting for the game.
什么故事？你也可以来给我们留言。那稍后呢，我们也会讲到这个故事。
So maybe you are reminded of some other similar scenarios.
Cortan mal, le hacen así, le cortan mal a propósito, como bautismo a la primera concentración o pretemporada cuando van a la pretemporada.
Es como para pedir buena suerte o...
Es una tradición en Argentina.
¿Pero solamente en Argentina o...?
No sé en otros países.
他也是说呢，就是在阿根廷有一些人，比如说进了这个一线队以后啊，或者是在一些重要的比赛之间是会，就是理发，然后呢。
In Argentina, if some players make it to very senior teams, they will try to get haircuts or make some bizarre hairstyles. And this behavior is quite common among Argentinian players because these hairstyles, they hope can get them some good luck. And sometimes their teammates will try to make some strange hairstyles for them. And I will give more details later. So sometimes they just bombed. They failed to get a good haircut, and they will come back to him, of course. Well, before the match begins between Spain and Russia, if we see this picture, on the right side, you may see the hairstyle is quite common and ordinary, but on the left side is quite bizarre. And many fans from Spain said this is one of the ugliest hairstyles they've ever seen.
Significa que habrá conversado con el peluquero, habrán visto fotos, habrán fusionado. Esto es una fusión de dos cortes. De un lado es un corte, de otro lado es otro. Es una fusión, lo habrán conversado con el peluquero y salió eso. Y dijo, ¿te lo dejo así o lo dejo marcado? Déjalo así. Y salió ese corte de pelo. Pero es un corte muy fácil de hacer.
那实际上那个发型师也跟我们说，这个发型呢，应该不是说剪坏了成这样的，应该是说，比如说拉莫斯在剪这个发型的时候和他的发型师有一个沟通。
The stylist said actually it's not a wrong haircut. It's a miscommunication between the player and the stylist. So that's how it is. Actually, this haircut is quite easy for the stylist. But when we finally see the haircut, it's quite interesting style. Personally, Lamiro just does not like this haircut. But this haircut is really eye-catching at that time. So it was not a wrong haircut, just how it is. Well, I'm not sure if you can see this picture clearly. It's like a goat beard to celebrate the victory. And there is some media report saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is mocking Messi with his movements because Messi was wearing some big mustache. And he cooperated with a US magazine, and Messi took pictures with some goats. You know, goat is a usual word. It's a buzzword in some games like NBA games, so it's quite auspicious. So some audience guess that Messi want to use goat as a mark of auspiciousness. And he actually thought that was the best hairstyle for him.
后面的故事他不认真，这个就很奇怪。这个是我想说最后一个第6个呢。
Well, for this picture, the stylist does not know much about the story behind.
因为博格巴在场上曾经给我们的印象
Well, this haircut is really plain and ordinary, right?
才是一个正确的打开方式。
Because it should not be what it's like when he appeared at the pitch. It should be colorful. It should be like a ball of the Pokemon. But now you see Pogba appearing in the World Cup wearing this haircut. Because it's too black, you can hardly find him in the pitch.
No, porque en el caso de Pogba lo que puedo interpretar es que está madurando. Yo lo considero maduración. Antes por ahí, como recién empezaba a ser famoso, se hacía estas locuras. Ahora como ya es más serio, está en la selección de Francia, lo considero como una maduración de él.
他对这个博格巴的评价还是很高，他觉得这个发型很低调，那可能也是他觉得这个发型。
Actually, the stylist speaks highly of Bogman's hairstyle because it was low profile and it shows his maturity. And it means the player did not want to catch attentions. Well, among these 6 haircuts in this World Cup, which do you think that impressed you most? Of course, there are some football teams that are quite strict with their players and require them to keep some simple haircuts.
Sí, sorpresa. 让拉米罗来挑一挑，他觉得这6个中哪个是让他最意外的一个发型？
I'm asking Lamiro to select one of the most surprising haircuts.
Claro, no, lo considero algo normal, una decoloración normal, un corte normal, con sus rulos normales. Este es el pelo de él. Me sorprendió que no esté tan elaborado. Por eso me sorprendió.
他觉得他最后选择内马尔这个发型让他最意外。最意外的原因并不是因为说这个发型不好看。
Well, he picks Neymar's hairstyle as the most striking one. It's not that it's ugly. It's just like there has never been a haircut before he went to the pitch. But actually he did. So if you have some interesting comments, you can post on our website.
所以呢，这个足球其实球员的发型千奇百怪，那每一个人的发型也是千奇百怪，因为他的发质不同啊，或者他的这个长相不同，也会给我们。
So there can be various kinds of haircuts for the football players, and the haircut depend on their appearances. So I'd like to give you a summary of the famous haircuts in the World Cup. Well, the first one is bald. Some players keep losing their hair. And some players like Carlos and Bates like to keep a bald hairstyle. And later they became so classic. Well, this is afro. Quite fluffy, like Flanny, Wild Llama, and other famous players all wear this hairstyle. And it's very eye-catching. However, it's hard to emulate such a hairstyle. Of course, you can wear a fake hair. Some fans buy the fake hair to support the Colombian team. Of course, you can have some plaits. That's called cornrows. That's especially popular among the African players, and that's also chosen by David Beckham. And also, Baggio has this ponytail, very impressive in the World Cup. And also Parazio, the Argentina player. You can notice there is a very small, tiny ponytail at the back of his head. So that's why it's quite a peculiar haircut. I know Chinese fans do not go for this kind of cornrows. They may find it very strange, but that's very popular in Argentina. And there are some players who are fan of Parazio, and they even adore such a haircut. Well, another hairstyle is long hair. You know, short hair can make you look very clean. But there are also some other players in the World Cup that wear long hair. For example, Nuno Gomez. He kept very long hair that impressed the world. And also, Klinsmann has this hair, very impressive. And Kempes also wears long hair. Maybe these players are quite strange to you because they belong to the 1970s. The 1978. That was also the very first year when the CCTV brings the first live stream of the World Cup. It was actually recorded and broadcasted. Well, Kempes is actually the hero of Lamiro's father. This player represents the Argentinian team and got the championship at that year. So in 1970s and 80s, his hairstyle became the most popular one among Argentina people. So if you pay attention to the hairstyles of the World Cup players, you can see they can influence people's act and behavior very much. The same works for the Chinese fans. For example, the long hair. We have a player, Zhang Yulin, who plays in the Liaoning team. He wears very long hair. People talk a lot about his hair. And also, this player is called Zheng Zhi. He kept the Mohican style, quite similar to David Beckham. And Zhang Yulin again, who plays in the national youth team as a forward. So he is emulating Cristiano Ronaldo's hairstyle. So their hairstyle can influence the style of others for a lifetime. So if you see campaigns, you can record the team and the games in 1978. Well, a hairstyle represents a period of history. In 2002, Ronaldo plays the games. At that time, the internet was not so developed as today. If a player keeps this hairstyle in today's time, then he may be made of great fun of by the fans. But actually, this hairstyle brought good luck for Ronaldo, who took the Brazilian team to take the crown. And they restored the pity where they lost the game before. And the player kicked the head of another player, Basses, to show good luck. And this picture shows David Beckham, who was fined a red card. And these are all very unforgettable scenes in the World Cup games.
Por ejemplo, el corte de Messi lo piden mucho. Piden el de Sergio Ramos también. Piden mucho de Sergio Ramos porque no son marcados. Al no ser tan marcados, acá nosotros hacemos ese corte.
就是现是就现在呢，世界杯期间呢，很多人也是会来这边来要求这个发型，比如说梅西的发型，当然是阿根廷现在被
During this World Cup, many people came to La Miro for haircuts. For example, Messi and Lamas, many people follow their haircuts, and their haircuts are the most popular ones.
Más sugerencias mías. Sí, claro. 那当然，一些球员呢，大家也是在问，球员来到这儿之后，一般是怎么来理发呢？最简单的方法就是很多球员会在网上搜到一张照片，搜到一个他们喜欢的发型。
So when the players come,
这个发型你觉得合不合适？
how do they get a haircut? The first step they will do is to pick a hairstyle and tell the stylist to do it for them. If they are not perfectly satisfied with it, the stylist may do some adjustments.
cortes tan exagerados se lo hacen el 1% de la población. O sea, no se lo hace todo el mundo。
通常来说呢，大家来要求剪这个发型还是比较普通的，就是我们常人会接受的这种发型。这种特别夸张的这样的。
Generally speaking, the style that the ordinary people pick is plain.
很少人会要求做出一种这种特别夸张的发型了。
Only 1% will go for some bizarre style.
Por ejemplo, si yo quiero ahora, yo quiero un corte de Messi, ¿es posible? O yo tengo muy corto todavía. Ajá.
Te hago el corte parecido y después con una cera lo peinamos para ya parecerse al corte de Messi y después si hace falta que crezca, el próximo corte te digo, mira, cortamos en el costado pero arriba no, dejamos crecer y ya lo vamos peinando. ¿Sí?
¿Podemos probar? 就是说。刚刚老板也是跟我说，我要是想剪一个梅西的发型，是不是可以？因为梅西前面还是挺长的，我觉得。但他说呢，没关系啊，我们可以把。
Well, Lamiro told me,
试验一下。今天就来试验一下，看看老板的手艺到不。
I can do Macy's hairstyle, so today I'm trying to give it a shot and see how Lamiro will do it.
La gente que venga después de ver nuestro programa puede dar un descuento. O 老板也是跟我们说，如果说大家看了我们这个节目才来认识这个店，然后才来这边来理发的话，大家可以截个图啊，现在赶紧有图为证。那如果来到这儿的时候呢，就可以享受8折的优惠。
So if you came here for a haircut after watching this live stream, you can get 20% off. But remember to take a screenshot to show to the stylist. Well, it's a very interesting experience for me. It's very first time for me to do the live stream in this way, to get a haircut while doing the live stream.
这边呢，在这个店里面呢，理个发大概是280比索，280比索就是10美金，也就是大概可能60多。
Will take around 280 peso or $10 or 65 RMB to get a haircut. I think it's quite fair price. It's not expensive.
他刚刚也是，我们看到他刚刚也是给我们吹了一下这个罩子，因为这个现在他觉得说现在是冬天，他希望这个罩子是暖暖的，裹在我们脖子上。
Just now he blow dry the cover to make it quite warm for me because it's quite cool these days. So the stylist is very detail oriented to bring the best experience to the customers. I just told the stylist actually it was my first experience to get a blow dry before I got a haircut. I feel very warm. Well, it's kind of a service they offer to the customers. Even if you are not satisfied with the haircut in the end, you will be impressed by their service.
那这个拉米罗就是我们国内所谓这种店长发型设计师，那他可能是需要
It takes 280 pesos to get a haircut by the honorary staff in the store, but it will take 350 peso to get a haircut from this stylist, the more professional one. I have spent over 1 year in Argentina. I went to some Chinese haircut stores. Normally, it will also take 350 peso to get a haircut. So I think 350 peso is very fair price to get a haircut by Lamiro, the most famous stylist. I heard from some viewers that in China you only need to spend around 20 RMB to get a haircut. So it's not expensive in China, around 250 peso to 200 peso to get a haircut, depending on your requirement on the haircut. So you'd better take a screenshot on this live stream to enjoy a 20% off recession if you want to get a haircut from Lamiro. You know, it's easy for the people to emulate the hairstyles of the football players during such a special period. We may wonder why the football players like Fernandez and La Yun will dye their hair gold. Actually, it is not the first time they are not the first one to do so. I'm not sure if you can still remember what has happened in 1998. That was when the Romanian team stood at their peak time. They took the first prize in the team selection. So all the team members dye their hair gold because they believe that gold will bring auspicity and good luck. And there are some other players. One player, Dawasuk, can play even violin. He's very talented. He also dyed his hair gold, but did not make it to the final. So that's why the fans do not speak so highly of the gold hair of Fernandez. So in this year's World Cup, people still don't believe in the gold haircut will bring good luck. And Mexico was outcompeted by Brazil. And on the Brazil side, Neymar made it to the top in the matches. And people guessed if he had a better hairstyle, he can get even better performances. Actually, Neymar also had a similar gold haircut. Once they played with the German team and they beat them and they got the champion. So the team were very excited many team players went to get a haircut. So many players like Marquinhos all dyed their hair gold, but they did not keep that too long. Only one player kept the gold hair for a very long time and brought it to until he was in Barca, and that is also the same for Messi. So the gold hair tradition is very long. You can see many similar haircuts online. I know it's a weekday. Maybe some viewers just bumped into this live stream and happened to see me getting a haircut. You may find it strange. So, just to brief you what I am doing, I am getting a haircut from one of the most famous stylists in Argentina, Ramiro. He has done haircuts for many famous football players like Messi, Aguero, Rojo. He did haircuts for many famous football players. And this stylist is very busy during the World Cup season. Actually, he has not opened his business yet for today. So today I'm trying to get Messi's hairstyle from him. Just now we shared many stories with the online viewers about the hairstyles during the World Cup season. And many hairstyles can remind you of many unforgettable games. For example, in 2002, Ronaldo kept a very famous haircut that impressed the world. And also, Buzzes in 1998 kept a bold haircut. And Roberto Baggio has some cornrows during the World Cup too. In 1990s, such hairstyles were very popular because they were not used to long hair at that time. They were not that open. But the football players wear these peculiar haircuts on the football pitches. Once they do that, the fans will follow the trend. For example, many fans today try to emulate the hairstyles of Messi and other players. So that's why we have this live stream today. For Chinese football players, it's not that often for them to get a bizarre hairstyle because they may get criticized by the public. Because the Chinese people may be more picky than the foreign fans. And there are also some football players, some sport players, they find fans among the football players. Well, we have been going on for 5 minutes. He's trying to get a short hair for me. And he is trying to measure my hair to make sure how short it is at each side. Actually, I'm not quite used to the hair, such short hair. So in the next couple of minutes, you will expect a peculiar hairstyle from me. And today we're doing the live stream in the stylist Lamiro's store. It's located on the number 5113 on the Nicaragua Street. The stylist has promised to give you 20% off if you come here for a haircut after watching this live stream. It takes around 350 pesos for one haircut. So with a 20% off incentive, you can have the haircut at a lower price. Many famous players like Messi and many more players, they all got haircuts from Lamiro. So if you have a time, just come and have a visit. It seems that Lamiro understood my Chinese. He said it usually takes 20 minutes to get a haircut. If you rush, it may takes a shorter time. So I'm quite surprised to see that he understands what I said in Chinese. So the club players will have a haircut. They will be asked by their club to have a haircut before they go to a match. They will come in team and get a haircut in team. And some players will come here in vacation time. And the stylist may be asked to visit the player's home to do a haircut. The price does not change very much, the same 350 pesos. We know it's hard to concentrate in your cell phone when you are in the process of getting a haircut. So you may talk to the stylist about the football match and what is going on. Well, the stylist received football players and other celebrities. Well, the secret ingredient for getting a successful haircut is to treat those celebrities like just ordinary people and talk to them in a way like being with ordinary people. Lamiro said he was not nervous when he did the haircuts for the football players or celebrities, but he was concentrated and cautious. You know, every single act of a super football star like Messi will be watched by the world. But he did haircuts for Messi before. He thought it was very good publicity work. And he received some interviews from the media. So he was not nervous but concentrated in order to get the work done. So normally the players will get a haircut before the match or after they won the game. I just said the Romanian team got a group haircut when they outcompeted others in the team selection match in 1998. And Modric, the captain of the Croatian team, wear very long hair. You may be very familiar with his hairstyle now. And in 2014, Modric said the Real Madrid, if they got the champion in the European Cup, he would cut his hair short. Well, that comment is still online. You can search for it. In the comment wall of the Real Madrid or Modric, people say that Modric should keep his hair long and watch the game again, because the long hair will give a different feeling. We also have other famous people like Djokovic, who made his hair bald instantly after he finished a match. So you can see these players took their hairstyle as a way of showing their personality or celebrate the victory of the game. It seems that my haircut is almost done. When the players come here for a haircut, they usually take a picture with them to show to the stylist what kind of hairstyle they want to get. Dear online viewers, if you also want to get a haircut from him, you could also bring a picture showing the hairstyle you want to get. And the stylist can design for you. While he's putting some wax on my hair. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo and other superstars all wear this kind of wax on their hair to make it glossy. As mentioned, there could be many bizarre hairstyles, normally seen among the African players. It's not important to judge whether it is good or bad with the hairstyle. What is most important about them is to remember their football skills. So one thing peculiar about this haircut is to keep the both sides short and put some wax on the front part. Do you find it satisfied, or so if you're interested, you may get a similar hairstyle? And also during the World Cup season, you can take this kind of hairstyle. To show your support for your team. Before I get this haircut, I thought it would not be successful because my hair is quite short. But this haircut is very popular among the World Cup season, and I got it. Of course, Lamiro said he did not expect you to come to him for any bizarre hairstyle because that also may be difficult for him to do it. Everyone can get the same hairstyle as a superstar. They get the haircut not because they are a superstar, not because of their appearance, just because they can get it. And when the stylist made a successful haircut for the customer, the customer's reaction will bring more confidence for the stylist in return. So I'd like to thank the stylist Lamiro for his work and for sharing the interesting stories between him and the football players during the World Cup season. So that may be the end of today's live stream. If you are interested, please stay tuned up with us on our apps, on our platform, and also stay tuned up for this World Cup season, World Cup related reports. So goodbye. Thank you for watching.